Hello and welcome back to Obsessive Chicks. Today we're going to discuss on how we store pastas. Now, you can store them anyway. I'm talking long term here, but if you don't have, I've had several subscribers make comments about they don't have a FoodSaver, or they don't have oxygen absorbers, or they don't have the access to be able to do it in number 10 cans. Pasta is one of those things like rices. As long as you keep it dry, you keep the air out of it, you can store it for such a long time. And I've even showed in videos with my daughter on egg noodles and how you can store those. And they do last a long time, even with the egg product in it. And so this video is primarily because I just did a video on what to prep, and I purchased a bunch of spaghetti sauce, and just wanted to show you real quickly. You can store it in your mason jars and suck the air out with the FoodSaver. I love my FoodSaver. If you have the money and you can invest in a FoodSaver, I highly suggest it. Buy it with the port, buy these attachments, and I'll leave those links below. And they suck the air out of your mason jars. And if anybody's watched my older videos, I've had this thing for over 15 years now, and I love it. And people will ask, where can I purchase this model? You can't. This is an ancient dinosaur. There are newer ones out there, and I highly suggest look in the link below and purchase a FoodSaver. You don't have to put your pastas in the bags. And I've got videos that if you look down below and that refer to me putting them in the FoodSaver bags, then into the Mylar bags. I also do it where I put them in number 10 cans, oxygen absorbers, and seal those cans up. And that link is down below. This video is primarily on food saving, and if you don't have those means, you can put them in a jar with a lid. They will store for a long time. In my pantry, I've just got them in jars like this, and they will last years. So if you don't have those means, now if you're even still concerned with leaving them in jars like that, put it in a Ziploc baggie. Put your Ziploc baggie in, pour it in, and then seal all the air out as much as you can, and then put your lid on. My whole thing is preps, keeping rodents away. If there's rains, if there's floods. Now, if there's earthquakes, by all means, you wouldn't want to have so many mason jars. So let's get to how to use the FoodSaver. Now, I'm storing these in half-gallon, my noodles in half-gallon jars. And this is something that's going to go in my pantry. Now, I have another video, I know lots of videos, of where my daughter and I did a taste test, and I opened up a number 10 can of pasta, and literally I mean it, if you're going to store this stuff, use it and rotate it. So this is going to go into my preps. I'll have my dates on it, and what I do is I open up my number 10 cans, and that's what I'm using now. So you need to rotate your product. Anyways, I've got a half-gallon mason jar here, and I'm going to pour in the first 16-ounce bag. And I already know that I can put a bag and a half into each half-gallon jar. So we're looking at 24 ounces that can go into our half-gallon jars. Whoop. And what you want to do is, if you tamp down on it, you can get more in. So we've put our lid on, we've put this over the top, and on mine I've pushed the dry setting, and I'm also pushing the canister setting. And this is literally going to suck all the air out of our mason jar. So it'd be like if we were canning, and that lid is not going to come off unless we force it off. Okay. We're done. It takes a little while for the air to suck out of something so big. And now that we're done, we literally can take that top off. And if you push down, there's no popping sound. So this sucker is sealed. And so I'm going to go ahead and go through, and I'm going to store all my pasta. And like I said, if you don't have the means for one of these FoodSavers, then put them in a container like this or any kind of sealed container as long as moisture doesn't get to it. I just highly recommend that if you're going to store it in any kind of plastic containers in a long-term situation, you need to think about rodents, bugs, things like that. And so, you know, a mouse can get into any plastic container. It will gnaw away to get into it, and it does, and it succeeds. So if you're going to store in plastic or anything like that, I have another link below and on rodents and what to do to keep those away. Okay, so I finished jarring all my pasta and my Asian noodles. Why do I like my FoodSaver? Why do I like this device so much? Because when you have to buy the FoodSaver bags and you put it in to suck the air out, and then the Mylar bags, it costs money. And so once you've bought and purchased your mason jars, literally it costs no more money other than maintenance and keeping them clean. So this sucks the air out. You can store them. If you liked our videos, please subscribe. And if you want to be notified for future videos, ring the bell. Have a blessed day.